Ryan Poles has no regrets when it comes to the Chase Claypool trade. So let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Stall back at it with another video talking. Of course, my NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please do hit the subscribe button down below. Please make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms. And guys, as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so I know we have been just belaboring this topic for the last few days, but I had to talk about this once again, and you will see why because of the title. All right, Ryan Poles had some very interesting comments about this trade. All right, and this comes from former scout of the Chicago Bears, Gabriel, who basically went on and posted an article talking about this. And he had been hearing the rumors, just like we all have, about the Bears being unhappy with Chase Claypool. I posted a recent video. Go see my thoughts about that if you guys want to know more in detail. But let me just fast forward to what Gabriel said, and I quote, here it is. All right. He basically had a talk with Ryan Poles earlier in the spring. So let me just start with the quote. I don't usually like to talk about private conversations I have with people in the league, but in this case, I feel like I need to. Earlier this spring, I had a long conversation with Ryan Poles. We talked about several things, including free agency, the draft, what he felt the team needed, and of course, the Chase Claypool trade. Poles told me he realized that many fans and media were unhappy with the trade because he had to give up what turned out to be the 32nd pick. He also said that the results of the trade have not been seen yet and that he fully expects Claypool to have a big year. He added, if I had the chance to do the trade all over, it would take me about 5 seconds to say yes. End quote. Does that sound like a general manager with control over the 53-man roster being disgruntled with the Chase Claypool trade? Hardly. Okay, so that was the quote that I wanted to showcase to you guys, all right? It wasn't a recent quote. It was whenever Gabriel talked with Ryan Poles earlier this year. And the fact that Ryan Poles said, yeah, if I could make this trade all over again, it'd take me about 5 seconds to say yes, shows how much conviction Poles has. Now, my reaction to this is I'm not surprised at all because this trade has not been given enough time for it to be proven right or wrong. You cannot go just based off of the end of last season, which Greg also talked about here, which is one of his sources also mentioned that, Chase Claypool was going to struggle because he was not going to have enough time to grasp the offense. In fact, let's put the quote up here. So basically, within an hour of the trade being made, Greg said he got a call from a friend of mine in the league who works for the Rams. As you know, the Rams and Bears offensive schemes are very similar regarding terminology and concepts. This friend of mine told me, hey, don't expect much out of Claypool this year. The offense is a to learn, especially for receivers. He'll show what he can do next year. End quote. All right, so this basically proves that enough time has not been gone by. Chase Claypool was going to struggle picking up the offense in half a season, and he did, and he needed a full season to go ahead and grasp the offense, which he will. And so Ryan Poles having that conviction, I love it because you know that when you make a trade like that, you can't just you have to go all in, and that's what Ryan Poles is on the trade. So let's be patient. All right, let's be patient. We haven't even played a game yet in this upcoming season. I'm going to be patient. Don't believe the Chase Claypool rumors out there. I fully expect Claypool to have a big year, and I think the Bears will come out on top on this trade. I've mentioned it before. I'll say it again. But yeah, seeing Ryan Poles double down, put 10 toes down and say, hey, yeah, if I could do this trade all over again, I'd do it all over again. And it'd take me about 5 seconds to say yes. Makes me feel even better that this trade will work out for the Chicago Bears. So let me know what you guys think about Ryan Poles' quote. Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Let's talk about it. As always,